All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Paper Roots Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I am going live to record my creation of the next sketch for 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 14, and also I'm participating in Calvin Ball, so I'm calling it March Madness because it's double the challenges for lots of extra crazy fun. And yeah, so today I am working with this sketch here, and it is by Brandy Joe. And it is kind of cool. So I think I'm going to start with this paper that I pulled. So this one is kind of goes with the Calvin Ball prompt. So it has stripes on one side and dots on the other, and both of them are going to make my camera go crazy. So I tucked them in, and I'm just going to use those a little bit more sparingly. But first, I want to, oh, and the other papers I chose, here, let me just get some of this other stuff. There's my pictures and my embellishments and whatever. So I chose this one because my photos are about going to, well, what they say is the original Starbucks in Seattle. There's some debate about that online, but we went for it anyways. It was fun. And yeah, so this was the paper that I went for, and it's actually from a Heart and Home collection from Photoplay. And on the back of this was like a really light colored wood grain, so that's kind of what I picked for my background. Now, as you can see, this sketch is a double page sketch, but I didn't have enough photos to make it 2 pages, so I'm just going to do the right side of the sketch, kind of. I'm going to combine them a little. Okay, so I'm going to just set that there. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my background paper down to 11 by 11 because I'm going to mount it on that striped paper. So let me pull this arm out here. And we're going to go to 11 inches by 11 inches. So I'm kind of going to create my layout on this, and then that's going to go on top of the stripes. Okay, so let's start there. First thing I want to do is this torn piece. Now, I'm only doing the right side, but I think I'm going to do 2 torn pieces, one in the left bottom corner and one in the top right corner. So I think maybe I'll take the branding strip off of this one too. Just set that aside. This is a bit of an older collection. I'm not sure what year it's from, though. It doesn't say. Anyway, put that to the side. And then I want to make sure that my icons are facing the right direction. And I think I'm just going to, because this is already a scrap, I think I'm just going to like tear down from the corner. Just leaving some white showing. It might be too much white, but I can always take it off after. Okay. There we go. So there's that. And then I'm going to do the same in the top right. And I'm just going to, again, make sure that my icons are going the right way. And then I'm going to, and when I tear towards myself, that's what gives me that white center that shows and pokes out, which is what I'm hoping for. There we go. This one is a lot smaller of a white edge than the other, but that's okay. So I'm just going to set that scrap aside for now. And I am going to grab, what color of Distress ink should I use for this? I think I was just going to do black, but maybe I'll do like a dark blue. Hang on, I'll grab one. How about Uncharted Mariner? That'll do the trick, I think. I had a darker one in mind, but I'm not sure where that one is right now. And I think this one's pretty new, so it was kind of front and center. Set that aside. And get my foam all inked up here, because I want that to show. So I hope you can see that there is flowers on this patterned paper, because that's going to come in later when I count my points for Calvin Ball, because I think flowers is on there, and I didn't get any points for that one yesterday. I guess these icons kind of go in different directions, but I felt like it had a direction, so I went with that. And I'm just going to glue those down. Here, I'm going to cover that up so I don't stick my arm in it. I often do that, and then I end up with like ink smears on things. Then I have wet ink on my arm, and then I touch other things. You know how it goes. And I'm not even that mixed media-esque. Sometimes I get messy anyway. Okay, I don't know if that's... I might have to cut a little bit off the bottom, because I think it's not really lining up at that angle. So hang on. That's okay. Just give it a little bit of... There we go. Okay. And then this one. In this top corner. Same kind of idea. I just have to see if the angle was right for this one, which it's better than the other. The other one I'm going to have to cut some off. That's okay. So I'm just going to flip that and then trim anywhere that needs it. Actually, this doesn't look too as bad as I thought it was. It's just a little bit of an edge that needs to come off of there. Okay. There we go. My husband is still texting me, even though my text literally said I'm going to be recording live. Please don't interrupt. Okay. Let's hope it's not an emergency, because I'm not looking. Okay. So I'm going to gut this paper. I don't know if everybody knows what that means, but generally it means that I'm just going to take the inside out of it. I'm going to take the guts out, the center of the paper. Yeah. Just so that I can use the other side too, but I want this to be my outside edge. So, and yes, I specifically went looking for like striped and dotted paper. And this was my kind of my mega find, because it covered both things. And I hate how the camera is going crazy because of the pattern, but I'll move it soon, I promise. Oops. Okay. So then I can use this side too, right? And it's just a green polka dot. Stuck in the middle of my tray. All right. So there we have the outside edge. And I just love how a diagonal stripe frames a layout. That's just one of my favorite things. So I'm actually going to put the adhesive on here just so that it's not coming through like on the, if I put it on the back of that base piece, then it's going to stick to my table. So if I put it on here, it'll stick to the base piece, but not so much to the table. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. Set that out of the way. And where are we at here? Okay. So I just want to kind of look at it and see. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not going to measure anything. But I just want like a half-ish inch around the outside, if that makes sense. Okay. There we go. So that's the base of my layout. And here again is the sketch. So it's a double page, but I'm just doing the right page in terms of like photo placement. But I did kind of shrink it down where I took both torn pieces and put them on the layout. So that's where I got that idea from. Now these ones I might have to cut down a little bit to fit on the page because they are still 4x6, which would make them stretch all the way. This one I don't want to cut down too much, but I think I'm just going to cut this one to a 4x4 because I don't need all those boxes in the background. And then that should bring it down small enough to fit onto the layout without looking weird. Okay. And then this one, I might run into the same problem. But I can cut this one down too. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I'll definitely cut this one down to a 3x3. And then, let's see, there's still some, I could probably put this one to a 3x3 too, because I don't really need the barista in the picture. I don't know her. She did make our coffee, but I don't feel like she's really relevant to the story. The story was that the last time we were in Seattle, we had gone to the first Starbucks down by Pike Place. And the lineup was so long, like it was insane, that we were just like, you know what? We can go to Starbucks somewhere else in Seattle and it will be fine. We don't have to go to the first one. It was just not worth the amount. Like they were saying like up to 2 hours of a wait. And we were like, no, I think we're okay. You know, it's just Starbucks. And, but then this time we went, we came into Seattle we had gotten stuck on the interstate. We were there for a really long time coming up from Portland. We missed a tour that we were supposed to do. And so we were like, well, what are we going to do? And my son said, can we go to the first Starbucks? And I was like, no, like I said, this one. And I said, no, last time we were here, the lineup was so stupid. And then my husband said, well, it's probably no lineup because the market's closed. And sure enough, guess what? We got there. The market's closed. We parked right out front of the Starbucks and walked right into the Starbucks. No problemo. So that was fun. Now I think I'm going to slide my photos over to the right, and I'll show you why. Because I want my title to kind of come off of the photo. And if I do it on this side, it's going to cover up our cups. But if I do it on this side, there's kind of some dead space here where our shoulders are. So I think that'll be okay. Okay, now I was going to use that polka dot green paper to mat my main photo. So I'm just going to cut this because I want it to still fit nicely. So I'm just going to cut like a 1/4 inch off of one side and then a 1/4 inch off the top. Is that going to work? Maybe. We'll see. I can cut a little bit more if I want to. So then I'm going to cut this paper to a 4x6. And that way I'm getting my polka dots on there, but they're not overpowering my layout. So yeah, you can still tell the polka dots are there. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down. And what do we got here? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down a little bit because it's a little bit too, too long, I guess. I guess my photo wasn't exactly cut the way I want. I'm just going to cut a little bit off so that my photo frame is still 4 inches wide, so it'll still match up with the 4-inch thing above. It's just a smidge shorter. There we go. There, that'll work. Okay, so I feel like I'm good with that. So I'm just going to shove things over a little bit and start gluing things down, and that'll give me room for my photo. Now, one of the things, just trying to now think about embellishing, what else do I need on here that's in my Calvin Ball list that I don't have yet? And so I need to kind of uncover that so I can glance over at it. Okay, so as you can see on my desk here, I did have a scrap of paper in this collection. And so I thought that's the perfect little scrap to punch some arrows out of. And because I know I have that arrow punch and I knew that was on the list. So I did cut those out, punch those out. And then I had in this, because I always start with the collection, but then I add things into it. So these were in there. I'm not sure where they came from, but they look like they were left over from something else. And then I thought, oh, they match with this. So I put those in there. Those are stars. They're kind of like star buttons. And so I'm going to put those on here somewhere because one of the things says stars. One of the points for Calvin Ball is stars. So that's also going to go on there. I'm going to put this one at the top first. And I might just turn my layout around so I can see better because I don't want to stick my head in the camera and you guys will just see the back of my messy hair. Yeah. Go away from there. I think we're good. And then what else we got? You can also see that I hand wrote my journaling because that's one of the prompts also. And before I stick this down, I think I'm going to put a little bit of ink on the edges because I inked all the other edges. And it'll only probably show on the white spots, but that's okay. That's good. And then for hearts, this had gotten punched out for a previous layout and I didn't use it, so that was in there. I think I'll put that on here somewhere. So I set that on the desk. What else? Adding the date is also, what do you call it? One of the points. And so I preset my date stamp and set it here. So that's all ready to go. And yeah, okay. Oh, and I also pulled this viewfinder because that was on the list too. And I had printed these a couple of years ago from, oh gosh, I don't know if I can remember the website. Nicole Jones 911, I think. And so I have some of those kind of tucked away. So I'm going to bring those out for Calvin Ball. What else? I think that's it for things that I've already pulled. And oh, enamel dots was also on there, so I also pulled some enamel dots. So we'll get to those later. Okay, so let's get a title on here. What am I going to do for a title? Now, did I actually pull alphabet? No, did I? Huh. Thought I had one. Maybe I did not. Okay, well, I'll grab one quickly. Hang on. I think I thought they were still out from yesterday, so apparently not. What color should I use? What do you think? I could do green because it's Starbucks, or I could do something that kind of matches with the collection, which is more of that maybe like turquoisey color. Like that. It's not quite right either. How about the cream color? Could go with these ones. They never quite look all the way white to me. They are. Okay. And then maybe I'll do like a smaller bit to the title in these. Because these kind of go, don't they? No, maybe not. They're too pastel-y. They don't actually match. Those ones are too orange, too light. I have some white ones and some black. Huh. Where are... I think I packed some things. That's probably why I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. But anyway, we'll start here. So I'm just going to write, and I'm just going to pull them off and set them down first because I want to make sure I have everything I need. Star. Thanks, Kenzie. Thanks for being here too. I love it when you guys are able to be here live. I know that's not always going to work for people, but I do love it when you guys are here. Yeah, it was a cool story. We were pretty excited about it, especially my middle one who was like, he had worked at Starbucks when he was younger. And then he also just really like, was kind of a coffee guy. And yeah, we were happy. We were happy to not have to wait in line and just go. 2 S's and 1 title. Oh my gosh, I'll never have any left. They never give us enough of what we need, do they? RST LNE, guys, come on. Don't the people who make alphas watch Wheel of Fortune? I mean, seriously. Where is my T-square so that I don't make that all crooked? I don't know about you guys, but I can't make this kind of thing straight, especially with like so many multiple letters. And there's no lines on this paper. I need a ruler for sure. And you know, I put off buying a T-square for a while because I felt like they were like an architect tool and not like scrapbooking tool, but really is a game changer for sure. I'm glad. And now I have 2. I have one on my desk and one in my travel scrap bag. because I was forgetting it all the time. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy 2. They're not expensive. You can get them with a coupon at Michael's. Okay, Starbucks. And I want to put the original up here, but I don't know where the alphas are that I want to put there. I think I packed them for a weekend thing coming up. Silly me. Oh, here they are. Never mind. Nope, they're here. I lied. I was thinking of these ones. I bought so many of them because I just was a bit obsessed with the size and how much I loved them. So I'm thinking blue for this one. I'm just going to put and it looks like I've started both of these, so whatever. Sometimes that happens. Fine. I'll just set this one to the side. If I need it, I'll have it. And I'm just going to start with the original. So THE. H on this one. I always try to take from the sheet that's closer to empty first if I can. And then more O's. O-R. Or I. Oh, that's a J. We don't want that. Ridge. Sorry, I'm a bad speller, so I'm really thinking this through. I'm not really good at talking and thinking, I guess. Region. I'm just going to set that aside because I don't want to stick it to the photo until I know it's going to be straight. A L. There we go. Okay, we have them all. Set those down out of my way. Take up a lot of space, those things. Okay, now I'm going to do the opposite where I'm going to put the ruler across the top this time so that I can line up the tops of my letters with the ruler. So if you haven't already, you should go check out those that 30 Days of Sketches Facebook group. I have it linked in the description below. Actually, I think this needs to be lower. And it is, if you like sketches, it's like the place to go because it's got 14 series, of this 30 Days of Sketches. So 14 times 30. I don't know. Somebody else do the math. That's not my strong suit. And there's so much inspiration on there. And I think that originally Christy had just like pulled sketches that were out there and put them for her series. But now people are making origin. I'm second guessing my spelling, guys. Hang on. But now I think she has like people that are making like exclusive sketches, which is even kind of cooler. And yeah, I think it's pretty nifty. Just checking my spelling. Yeah, I have an extra O in there somehow. I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, that's okay. I was right to second guess myself. I was probably talking or trying to say something while picking my letters. And I get off track of what my goal is. Origin. So yeah, it says like on the sign, the first Starbucks store established in 1971. It's before I was born. It's an old, old, old place. Okay. The original Starbucks. So that's it for my title. Now I need to find a place. I think I'm just gonna want my journaling to kind of tuck here. Is that what I want? I don't know. I'm gonna leave it sit there for a minute. And then I'm gonna go with this. Where do I want this to be? Probably with my journaling somehow. And then I have my arrows that I punched out of this scrap paper, and I want them on the blue side. And I was thinking I could just put them kind of along. There's a little bit of a space down here, but I'm missing one. I know I punched 3 and I can only find 2. What? It's a mystery. I'm sure it'll turn up. For now, I'm going to put these 2 on there. I'm just going to ink the edges a little bit because there is the way that the punch went through there. It did show the white core quite a bit. I might have punched it upside down for it to do that. And because they're so tiny, I'm going to use this. I would normally use my Xyron, but it is not currently on my desk. Again, I don't know what I did with it. Sometimes I wonder. I do clean up after every layout, but you'd never know it for the way I can't find stuff lately. Maybe I just need to reorganize. Did you guys watch that video about like, is scrapbooking dead or whatever? I was like, oh, interesting. No, I don't think it's dead. I think it's alive and well. Oh, I found it. Look at that. My arrow. I think that the market might be too saturated. I think that might be a problem. But the industry itself, I don't think is dead. I think that there were some valid points. I don't know. I can't remember. I think it was Gwen Ruck. She used to do Cut to You designs. Anyways, it was her that did the video, and she did have a point when she said, like, a few years ago when things started like changing in the industry and there wasn't a store on every corner, people started to like panic buy, and then they owned too much stuff, right? So now people are left feeling kind of guilty about buying new things. And then manufacturers are coming out with new lines all the time. I feel like you can't even keep up to what's going into the store. And then I don't know about you guys, and I scrapbook quite a bit, like more than most, I think. And I can't use what I have as fast as I can scrapbook. Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know where that came from. It's not like me. But I don't know, like, I know that I can't, what was I trying to say? Scrapbook as fast as I purchase, because things keep coming out that I want. But then, I mean, she's right. Like, there's so many things in my craft room, then I start feeling the guilt, right? Like, I shouldn't be buying this because I own too much stuff already. That kind of thing. Yeah, Close to My Heart closing, I think, was the original reason why she did the video. And I think a lot of people are sad about that. I know I am. I love Close to My Heart products, especially their albums and page protectors. So I don't know if the rumors are true, and Stampin' Up! Is going to be doing some of that or not. I guess we'll find out. So these are little chipboard buttons. but I think my adhesive from the Xyron kind of lifted them a bit. I'll just ink the edges and that'll be okay. I don't think they're on a big decline. I think that what the manufacturers need to do is slow their roll. First of all, do we need to start buying Christmas products in July? No, I don't. I don't want to think about Christmas when it's July. And I know that that's a thing, Christmas in July, but I don't want to actually start buying what I'm using for December daily at that time of the year. I think it's weird. And I also think, and this is just my humble opinion, but I also think that they need to be more cognizant of what their consumers need or want, and maybe not put out so many collections or so many SKUs in a collection that we can't possibly buy it all. We can't possibly keep up to what's there and available. So I think there needs to be some changes, but I don't think it's dead. I definitely don't. I feel like it's alive and well. I feel like people are loving our community just like always. Let's see. Do I want anything else? I want enamel dots for sure. I want to stamp my date. It says it was March 26th, 2017. So I'm just gonna, there's a spot for the date up here, but my date stamp I think is too big. Should I try it? It fit. I did it. Done and done. Look at that. And I count that as a stamp. Now I did also have the stickers from this collection because I had the collection kit. I think I actually won this at a retreat. I don't think I bought this one, but and it has these coffee cups that I thought would kind of be cute on here. So let's see where I want to put those. Maybe tucked in here. What else do we have? We have hearts. We have choose happy. I kind of like that. I think that would be kind of cute up here above these guys. I'm just going to ink the edges. All right. Here we go. And I think that's where I'm going to put that teeny tiny heart if I can find it. Now it's missing. I knew if I pulled it out too soon it would be gone. Where did it go? In the same place as my arrow. It's because the paper from the, I don't even know if you call it paper, acetate, I guess, from the sticker sheets is staticky. So these tiny pieces stuck to them. So I think I'm going to put a heart up in that kind of corner too, because that's one of our things. And then I'm going to grab my tiny attacher. And I'm going to staple at the top here where my journaling is. If I can, apparently. There we go. So we got staples on there. All right. Now, time for enamel dots. Let's see, which one did I pick this for? I think it was for the dark one. Yep. So I'm just going to put a big one, maybe down here, medium, and a teeny one. Where do I want it? maybe here. And then I'm going to do the same thing in this cluster, where I'm going to put a big one, a medium one, and a teeny one over here too. And then this one, I think I'm just going to put a little extra enamel heart there. Okay. And I think that, I know you buy faster than you scrapbook too. Yeah, me too. Yep. It's a thing. And the new stuff is so tempting. Do you want to know a little, here's a tiny little story for you. You know, when that, Wizard of Oz collection was released, I think it's by Echo Park, but I'm not 100% sure now that I say it out loud. Anyways, I looked at that and I messaged my friend who owns a scrapbook store and I said, I want this collection so bad, but I don't have anything to scrapbook with it. I just really love it. And she was like, yeah, it's a thing. And I was like, oh, this is such a slippery slope. But anyways, I have not purchased it at this point or pre-ordered or whatever the things are that people do. Anyways, I'm sad. I'm sad that I don't have it. And I feel like if I don't buy it in the future, I'm going to want it or need it or have pictures for it and be like, I wish I'd bought that. But that is not a good way to purchase things. But anyways, so let's add up my Calvin ballpoints and see where I'm at here. Let me grab a sticky note and a pencil. Oh, I have a pencil. And my Calvin ball pages. Okay, so star. Yes, I put those button stars. And you know what? I might actually do. These are really cute too. Is these little center. Like, is that cute or is that weird? I just don't like the hole in the center. I don't know what. I don't think the star is big enough though, so that's weird. But anyway, maybe I just need to put this on there. It's gonna stick, isn't it? That's kind of cute. Will this come up? It's gonna be a surprise. Guys, I'm trying to be brave, but I'm scared. Okay, well, it came up, but it left the sticky on the photo. I'm gonna have to take that off later. You saw Wicked? Oh, I'm jealous. I know, right? Something will come up. I know it. Do I just scrapbook about how it's a story from my childhood? Like, is that, I don't know. Do people do that? I don't know. I usually only scrapbook like holidays and trips and babies and milestones and that sort of thing. But anyway, who knows? Okay. Stars, yes. Polka dot paper, yes. Arrows, check. Handwritten journaling, check. Heart, check. Stamp, I stamped my date, check. The date, yes, it's on there. Striped paper, check. Then down here, the color green, yeah. Avocados, no, I did not put an avocado on my Starbucks layout. I need to print off a few of like this guy and just, maybe I'll do that next time. And just have like a sheet of these so that I can fussy cut them out and put them on my layout so that I know they were made during Calvin Ball. I don't know. I never get that point. Anyway, birthday, no, it was nobody's birthday. Staple, yes, I stapled up here. Flower, yes, I showed you there's flowers on this patterned paper. Chicken, no, there is definitely no chicken involved. Sequins, also no. Not really much of a sequins girl. I do have it, seldom use it. It's just not my jam. Gnome, no. Viewfinder, yes. And enamel dots, yes. So that's 8 points. You did buy the Winnie the Pooh collection? Oh, see, I have held off on that too, but my mom bought it, so maybe I'll steal her leftovers. I don't know. But in her defense, my brother's nursery was all Winnie the Pooh, so I think that that's what she's thinking, and it is the older version, so I think she was excited about that. Okay, one layout. Yes, that's a point. And create a video was another point. And then I'm going to post in the gallery on Facebook and on Instagram. So that's 3 more points. And then if I want to, you know what, now that I think about it, I think I forgot to add my points yesterday. So that there I have 18 points today. Yay, 18 points today. So I'll be putting that on the leaderboard and see where I'm at. Tomorrow I'll write down where I'm at on the leaderboard and I can tell you guys. Okay. I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for those of you who came to hang out with me live. I love that. That's so exciting. And for anybody who's watching from the future, I love to hear from you guys too. So just, hit the like button or say hello. I always love hearing from you guys. And if you do leave a comment, I will always try to get back to you as soon as you can. Thanks, Anne. Yeah, and I will be live again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm hoping to do that as often as possible through the month of March for this fun March Madness series I'm doing with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, Series 14, and Calvin Ball with Scrap Happy Membership Group. Also, if you haven't checked out Alice's group, you should go and see what she offers on there for free. And then if you like her community and whatever, you can always purchase the membership later. Or you can purchase some events like Load separately and then decide after that if you want to join the membership. So that's also cool. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys soon. Bye for now.